Do you receive Social Security or SSI and travel outside the United States? If so, there is an important rule you need to understand. It is called the 30-day rule. In 2026, the way the government checks your travel has changed. But here is what I want you to know right away. This is not something to panic about. This is something to understand calmly and clearly. And that is exactly what we are going to do in today's video. Welcome to Senior Trend Bites. Let's walk through this together, step by step. Many of you have heard that the Social Security Administration, the SSA, has updated the way it tracks overseas travel. In early 2025, the SSA changed its process. Called the Evidence of Foreign Travel application. What changed is the verification method. Instead of relying only on you to report your travel, the SSA can now also use official travel records collected by the Department of Homeland Security (DHS). This means that your departure and return dates can now be confirmed through government records automatically, not just through what you tell them. Now that might sound a little unsettling, but let's slow down and understand what this actually means to you. Let's start with the basics. The 30-day rule is not new. It has been part of Social Security law for a long time. Here is how it works. If you leave the United States and stay outside the country for 30 consecutive days or more, the SSA considers you to be outside the United States. At that point, certain rules begin to apply depending on which type of benefit you receive. And this is very important. The 30-day rule does not affect everyone the same way. It depends on whether you receive Social Security retirement benefits or Supplemental Security Income, which is SSI. These are two different programs, and the travel rules are very different for each one. So let's look at them separately. If you are a U.S. citizen receiving Social Security retirement benefits, here is the good news. You can generally travel abroad freely. Your retirement benefits will continue to be deposited, no matter how long you stay outside the United States, as long as you are in a country where the SSA is allowed to send payments. A few other countries may have restrictions, but exceptions can often be arranged. So if you are a U.S. citizen collecting retirement benefits, and you want to spend 3 months in Europe, or visit family in Asia, or enjoy a long winter in Mexico, your benefits continue. If you are not a U.S. citizen, but receive Social Security, different rules may apply. After 6 consecutive months abroad, the SSA website has a helpful payments abroad screening tool, where you can check your specific situation. Now, if you receive Supplemental Security Income (SSI), the rules are very different. This is the part one really want you to pay attention to. SSI requires that you live in the United States. If you travel outside the country for 30 consecutive days or more, your SSI benefits will stop. And here is something many people don't realize for SSI purposes. The United States means only the 50 states, Washington, D.C., and the Northern Mariana Islands. It does not include U.S. territories like Puerto Rico, Guam, or the U.S. Virgin Islands. If you travel to those places for more than 30 days, it counts as being outside the country for SSI. Let me give you an example. Let's say you receive SSI and you travel to visit family in another country. You leave on March 1st and return on April 2nd. That is 32 days outside the United States. Your SSI benefits would be suspended. And here is the other part. Once your benefits are suspended, they do not restart immediately. When you come back, you must be physically present in the United States for another 30 consecutive days before your SSI can be reinstated. Your payments would then resume the month after that 30-day waiting period. So if you receive SSI, every day counts. A short trip is fine. But if your trip goes past that 30-day mark, even by 1 or 2 days, it can affect your benefits. The SSA relied mostly on self-reporting. You would tell them about your travel, and they would take your word for it. Or they would ask for documents like boarding passes or passport stamp. Now, the SSA has updated its system to also use official travel records from the Department of Homeland Security. DHS collects entry and exit data when people travel in and out of the United States. What this means for you: your travel dates can now be verified automatically if there's a difference between what you reported and what the official records show. The SSA may use the government records. This is not about punishing anyone. The SSA describes this as a way to reduce improper payment and make the system more accurate. But it does mean that accurate reporting on your part is more important than ever. Now, let's talk about what you can actually do. Here are some simple, practical steps to keep your benefits safe. Step 1. Know which benefit you receive. Check your award letter or log into your My Account at ssa.gov. Find out whether you receive Social Security Retirement, Social Security Disability, or SSI. This makes all the difference. Step 2. If you receive SSI and plan to travel, count your days carefully. Remember, the count starts the day after you leave and ends the day before you return. Stay under 30 consecutive days to keep your benefits active. Step 3. Keep records of your travel. Save your boarding passes, flight confirmations, and any receipts that show your departure and return dates. These can help you if there is ever a question about your travel. Step 4. Review your SSA records regularly. Log into your My Social Security account and check that your information is accurate. With automated verification, it is important that your record match. Step 5. If your travel plans change unexpectedly, maybe a flight is delayed, or a family emergency extends your stay, contact the SSA as soon as possible. Let them know what happened. Being proactive is always better than waiting. Step 6. If you notice any errors or discrepancies in your records, address them right away. Automated systems can sometimes have mistakes. You have the right to correct your information. Some of you may wonder about privacy. The fact that the government is now using travel records to verify your benefits. This is a fair concern. We encourage you to stay informed about how your data is being used. The SSA describes this change as part of a compliance and accuracy effort. Whatever your feelings about it, the most practical thing you can do is make sure your records are correct and your reporting is accurate. If you have specific concerns, consider speaking with a trusted advisor or contacting the SSA directly. So let's bring it all together. The 30-day rule has been around for a long time. What changed in 2025 and 2026 is the verification method, not the rule itself. If you receive Social Security retirement benefits and you are a U.S. citizen, you can generally travel freely. If you receive SSI, travel carefully, stay under 30 days, keep records, report accurately, and most importantly, you are not alone in figuring this out. That is what this channel is here for. If this video helped you, please give it a like and subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this information. Thank you for watching Senior Trend Bites. Take care of yourself, and we will see you next time.